All right, we're back from lunch. Grab them plans.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, they ain't on yet. And we're gonna go downstairs.
I guess I need to cut myself up one of these dang things since I'm gonna be milling motor mounts and.
I was just gonna use plywood, but whatever.
I don't see why we can't scale everything down like we did on the big ones. You know? Of course, I don't know that I got the milling bits right now.
They're 1/4 by 3/8, I think, the motor mounts.
Nothing you need down there. You need a pop.
Nope, that's gonna go in the trash. I got pop down. Oh yeah, I need a pop out of the fridge.
They're up here.
All right, we're now going downstairs.
Did you get one?
No, to open up the mold and cut some foam wings. Okay. Oh shoot. Wrong one. Yeah. My tripod is primer color. Oh well. It's Christmas time. We're gonna open the mold. We got little snakes. Dan left me some clay, didn't he?
Yeah, both of us here. We got
A bar,
2 sticks apiece.
Yeah. Where's the bottom to this?
Laying there.
Okay. Dan told me to keep track of this plastic.
Well, it's gonna be sitting here in the basement, or you're gonna have it one or the other.
You got something to pull that pin with? Okay. You drilled a hole for a piece of piano wire. You know what happened to it? Don't want to scar it up. You got a piece of 1/8 inch? Too short. There we go. Now, we're gonna need some.
Throw it on the floor.
No, he said.
Take a wedge or something.
Yeah, a piece of hardwood.
Down in there.
Kind of driving into the corners. These 2 molds are different colors.
I noticed that.
Oh no, that's just the part all. So what are we gonna do for a wedge? Perfect.
Push him.
Where's the little hammer?
My baby hammer. my baby hammers.
Doesn't look like a place to get on it.
It's got flash over it. Might have to take a razor knife or something and run down that seam and make yourself a joint. You can sort of see it.
Hopefully it's not locked up. And drive that in
I
there.
need to get my other pry bar because this one's not.
We want to do this on the edge here so we're not pounding on the glass. There you go.
Better get my other one. This has got too much spring and too much bounce.
I gotta get her started here. There it is. Let's see, it's starting to open up. Just feel it too.
Oh, it won't bounce as bad.
Take the hammer.
Remember, your tip of your blade, your prop is right inside that corner, so you want to get away from that corner if you can.
That's all right. We're gonna cut this out here.
Right.
Came out nice.
We need to, before you move anything, you need to mark a couple of these edges.
Exactly. And which it
And
came
just
off.
like that. So go ahead and set it back down on there. Let me get this out of there.
Don't worry about it. Are we sure that's how it came off?
Yeah. It's only gonna line up one way.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All you need.
Phew. $200 mold. Now we gotta get this off of here. So we gotta open this up. Both ends.
This whole thing needs to be washed because it's got mold release on all of it.
Yeah. I don't think, well, might be some of that too.
Well, you have to wash out both of them. And then you'll probably have to wax, I guess, use PVA on all that again.
You wax them and then PVA them.
Grind out all these ends. So that shit can go all the way out.
Wash it off. Need to sand the edge off of this so it lays flat on the table. Where's the light over here?
Right there to the left of that door.
Got a rag I can use? Gumby is kind of, yeah, I guess it's coming off. Gumby! know I'm online. Okay. Let me wash that one off too.
Yeah, Pitt's got it all over the outside of it and stuff. That's sharp edges.
Yeah. Gummies on it. You don't think they're listening to us?
I would say it might be.
Well, I just got a Medicare message.
How typical.
One place you don't want to give your phone number to is Mike Lindell.
Yeah.
I finally called Minnesota and got him to stop it.
We like to support you and all that stuff, but only when I want to do it, not every time you want to do it. Yeah, that's the problem with all that stuff. They track you. They sell out your number to everybody.
Pretty nice prop mold. And I guess next week, I'll just leave this here, but next week we'll make a prop.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the prop mold, guys. Male and female. rather heavy. Like made of steel. And I bet it weighed 10 pounds. Yeah, it goes in this one. Goes in that one, and then this one closes over the top of that. Like so. Might have to drill that out. I think he said something about that. Shoot, now I can get it apart. There we go. I think he said something about drilling this hole out so we could slide down over the top of that easy. I'll have to call him. Maybe take some sandpaper and clean up those sharp edges.
I don't know. You want to do that or not? Get with Danny on that. Find out.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna run this middle here. okay, I didn't take that apart yet. Took the 4-blade molded prop mold apart. Now, a couple of questions. The ends of the blades on the female side, we cut those out, right? So the toe can go out of it. Okay. The next thing was, there's real sharp edges on the male side. Can I take sandpaper and round those over a little?
Yes, because that's what I was going to do. Because when that bolt, on the second half of the bolt, it's really sharp.
Right.
So when you round them off with sandpaper, it's not going to hurt a thing. The one thing it'll do when you make a product, it'll make the velocity just a little bit bigger in that area.
Well, I'm just going to barely round them over. Just take the sharp edge off. Now, the next thing is, on the male side, can I drill that hole a little bigger so it'll slide over the pin?
Yeah, what you want to do, let's say the mold is closed. At the top, you want to put that, it's still want to tighten.
On the bottom. Almost. Okay, so from the other side, you drill it out, so like within the 1/8 of an inch, right? Because this thing won't slide over that rod at all. Yeah. Right. Okay, yeah. These turned out real nice. Just a couple of questions on that, drilling that out, but I couldn't get it to slide over the top of it. All right. Well, it will. Gonna have to be right. All right. All right. We're not going to make a prop this weekend. We're going to make it next weekend. But let me ask you. I'm going to wax these with that paste wax that I got, and then spray PVA on both sides of the mold, right? What's that? What's that? Right. Okay.
Should these be heat treated before you pull?
No. I already asked you about that. Okay. Yeah. I can post cure it on my way back to St. Louis. Okay. All right. We're not gonna make props till next weekend. We're gonna lay one up. And how long does it take for them to dry? So that one, a fiber glass or whatever, they have 25K tow. Is that okay? That's all they have is 25K. Okay. All right, so, and I don't sand the female mold at all, right? Or do I break the edges on that too? Well, they're not sharp, they're just...
Female mold feels pretty good.
Right, okay. All right, I'll let you go, I'm online, so it came out real good. Yes, we did, Wendy's. All right, buddy. Bye. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It should. All you get is a little more flashing. They came out real nice. We got any phenolic left?
I don't know whatever's down there in the hole.
Yep. Come on, nice. And we're gonna have the coolest props. He said that when we open this up, we put it back on the mold, and you don't have to do it, have to figure out some way to do it so we can guess. We don't want to drill from this side, we want to drill from this side. And leave 1/8 of an inch tight there.
Need to drill on drill press. Need to level the back side of it off. Like take the pin out, put it together,
Right.
and level the outside. Okay. Now can I go?
Yep. Yes, indeed. Come on, good. You had that big rasp. Where's it at?
In that top box, bottom drawer.
Let's see what the boys have to say, if anything. 10 and 2. Hit that like button. Nobody, no chatters yet. And we're gonna have to plug this in. Hey, Dan left his gear over here.
Yeah, I know. I'm keeping an eye on it for him. He's hoping that his buddy doesn't want to.
Did he? Does he know they're here?
Yeah, he called me up. And I just seen them that morning. They were hidden over here. They were sort of hidden underneath that jigsaw over there, wrapped around it. At the time, they were out of sight and out of mind. Yeah, I'm putting a relief cut on these so when they're together I can get a screwdriver down in there and pry them apart. I need one on one end of it. And that needs on both.
Glass.
Yeah, I'm using the piece of your spring steel you gave me.
That's good.
Got it in here holding my parallels in.
How did Dan break this off the, did he just tap it off?
Just tapped it. I was the one that broke it off.
Gumby!
Just clean up the flashing around the edge and then you gotta tool all that putty in there, I guess, right? Not take that blade out of there.
You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to take this thing out of here. This rod. Yeah, come out easy though. That putty knife, that putty knife, that spatula thing, artist spatula.
The hardest patches are in with the saws.
Here.
There should be 4 of them in there.
Gotta dig out this clay. This part here doesn't look right here. It looks like it goes back under, but I'm sure he knew what he was doing. I hope. Looks like if you don't clay that right there, you get a catastrophic lockup.
Yeah, there was little spots on that other one that he had was concerned about.
We're not gonna put this clay back with that. This is pretty nasty. Of course, I don't know what makes any difference.
Well, it doesn't have big lumps in it.
If you look right here, I don't know. It looks like
Well, that's where he put that relief in it.
Only on one.
the draft angle.
Only on, oh, see this had. See what happened there? Got an air bubble there.
Yeah, sure did, didn't it?
It'll probably still work. Just have to clay that.
Well, you don't have to clay that other one.
No, it does. It doesn't. It didn't.
On this section right here, right?
It happened over here, not here. See, if you were to pour this, it'd run under the prop.
Yeah.
So clay it right there and then pour it. Well, I'll let Dan look at it.
Yeah. He's the expert.
So this one's dead in the water for now. Might end up having to make another one, another mold for this one. Or he said he could fix the molds.
Yeah, I might just have to put the prop stuff back in it, reclay it, and pour some more in there.
You know, I just don't know enough about this stuff. I will by the time we're done doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. He was worried about air bubbles. And I guess that's where it came from, right there. But there might be a way to fix that. He might know a way. At least the 4-blader came out good. And you know what? It wouldn't make a difference anyway if it has that lump in there. As long as this is clayed when we pour the other side on it, that it won't make a difference. They just have to be clayed so that the mold stuff doesn't get under there.
Yeah.
Because that's the male, and we're gonna lay this in. It'll just smooth it out. No big deal. So that's okay. Dan's on there going, yeah, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Nope, not a person has said anything.
Is there anybody on there?
13. What the hell was this? Box of nothing. Well, that's for John, that's why.
Just a cardboard box, I'm saving.
Yeah. Box of nothing.
Or whatever.
Okay. Boy, nice spring steel you got there. Steve goes, where you going with that stuff? None yet. Trash. Yeah, I know. Get this pen.
You afraid you might make it all or all?
He is that way too.
Yeah, I know. Go out and get us another job.
I'm gonna drill a 5/16 hole in this and see what it looks like on the airplane.
Looks like a 4-blade prop on the airplane.
Yeah. I'm sure it does. I need to paint it black. Make the airplane 2 ounces lighter.
Yeah, yeah, if you use that wood one.
I know you're gonna wanna set this off here. Where do you wanna put it?
Wherever we can find some kind of room out of the way. It's gonna be here for a while.
Next week.
Here, slide that box down on that hot wire cutter and set it on the end down there.
Yeah, Nobler ain't going anywhere for a while.
No. Will eventually, but not right now.
Okay. Clamps away. Set up for setting a couple little wings, stabilizers.
Yeah. Take longer than what you think.
That's where these big ones go.
Yeah, no. The real big ones go over here, screwed to the wall there by the polisher.
Screwed to the wall.
Behind you.
Ah. What the hell? Oh, these aren't Harbor Freight.
They're Dollar General. They're cheaper than Harbor Freight.
Yeah, but they seem to work better than Harbor Freight.
I got those things probably a long time ago. 70s.
That's why. Probably made in Japan. Before China took over.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Huh?
I wouldn't doubt that. I should have about 10 more of them, except my sister threw them in the trash.
That was nice of her.
Yeah.
Where'd this little busy worker hammer go?
And that third drawer down.
Over here?
No, right here. That third one.
Okay. So much for prop making. At least you got to see what it looked like, the mold looked like inside. Saving that?
Not if it's empty.
Hey Dan, we're gonna throw these out. But you didn't want them.
Big RC landing gear?
Probably $100 a piece.
Probably. I guy with that half scale extra 260 is gonna be a little pissed.
What are these?
They were my coordinates for milling these things out, which aren't any good anymore.
I guess that was a sanding implement for sanding them.
Yep. Sure was.
Actually, I could use this paper. You can't see through the paper though, can you? Need to make some rib templates. Oh, yeah, you can. Good.
Yeah, this will be the third coat of wax I got on all these. This takes some time.
You think?
I spent 4 hours down here putting 2 coats of wax on all these mold parts, and then you're supposed to wait overnight. You're supposed to wait like an hour. Put on the coat, wait 5 minutes or whatever, polish it off, wait 10 minutes, put another coat on. Then you're supposed to wait overnight before you use them.
All right, we're going to block out and cut a couple of foam wings for a Munchkin airplane. Half a,
Sort of small.
what?
Sort of small.
Yeah, they're small. It's a stabilizer. I should be able to finish that airplane in one day.
It should be. But you won't. A week.
So, how far off the deck do we want these? An inch off the center line, an inch off the,
Well, you got 4 inch. Well, yeah, we could split some down. It's 4 inches, so we could go.
inch off?
Yeah, it's not quite 4 inches, so.
Well, that ain't gonna work, cause this is, oh, wait a minute. I'll have to look. Is this a goofy ruler? No, that's a regular ruler.
Stupid things don't have a center line running down, do they?
Nope. No problem. They're not in line with each other either, they're just a little off.
Yeah, everything to make it helpful.
Look at that. Why would they do that?
Because they don't want you doing what you're doing. They want you to buy their rib set.
Eighth of an inch off. Instead of just drawing a straight line, putting both on a same straight line. Okay, if we do it, so this thing's gonna be 2 inches thick, right?
Yeah.
That'll leave a 1/4 inch on each side. Is that enough? I mean, we're not
How
molding
thick is the wing rib?
the wing. Is
The foam is 4 inches thick, or just a little light on 4 inches, so, you know, you cut it in half, that gives you a 2 inch thick, roughly 2 inch thick block, and that's about an inch, right?
Inch and a quarter.
So you got 3/8 of an inch on each side?
Yeah.
That's probably not. You're cutting them from the top anyway, so you're gonna be an inch and a half, you know, off the table. Or an inch at the most.
So we want this line at an inch, right?
Yeah, the bottom line, yeah.
Right.
Just a little light of an inch. For some reason, when they cut that damn foam, I wanted exactly 4 inches after the cut. And they didn't allow for the kerf for the wire.
Now, the trailing edge has a stop, or the leading edge has a stop. We're just gonna do straight. We're not doing molded leading edges. I want to put the runoff, or
Yeah, there's got the trailing edge you get the runoff on, and then you got a vertical stop. You know what I mean? Come up a quarter. Just follow that plane of the rib down to that 1/4 inch spot, and then make a little knot, you know, little.
I'll let you look at it before I cut it. Oh, wait a minute. So it's cut there.
Extend that on out about a 1/4 inch, and then go up, and then over to your right, and then down. That'd be the end of your mold.
Okay, and the front.
And the front, we got to sort of lead into it. So come from that line at the top of it, come straight out. You know, instead of just bring this and come out here about 1/2 inch or something. Because you don't have to really put that radius in, because your foam's only going to come to that part. Just do it just like this. Come out here, and then down. And this is, you'll catch your wire
Right,
on
okay.
this, and then bring it up over it. But what makes the same is from this line to that notch should be the same on both of these, front and back. Okay, so if you come out from that line to that edge of that notch, and you're 5/8 of an inch, you need to make this one 5/8 of an inch,
Okay.
and the same back here. That way you start it, you know, the same distance away and end at the same distance away.
Okay, so we want to. One inch. And this is, God, I hate these rules. We'll come out a 1/2 inch to the stop. And this will be 3/4. You know, I had to just cut that rib out of there. Make it
Should
easy.
have mimeographed a copy of it where you could done that, not really clean.
Okay.
I don't have a copy machine that works right now.
This line. This is the, we'll just use this. This is the line for the bottom. That way they're parallel. Suppose I could use my shoe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out a half inch.
Anybody you know ever flown that airplane?
Nope. Looks like it worked. Quarter. Are we're not gonna do the coring with this template, are we? Or we can't.
You can, I guess.
Might as well do that too. Shit, we may not get this done today.
Well, you're talking, takes a day. Might get the templates made. Maybe some blanks, rough cut.
Yeah, we're not gonna get this done today. There's one template.
Okay. That's 3 coats of wax.
Spray the damn things, ain't nothing gonna stick to it. 12 and 3, hit that like button, guys. You can also use the chat box. Yep, I'm asking too much to get it done one day, so next week maybe. Of course, be working on my Thunderbolt too. What time is it? It's gonna be dark at 2 o'clock here shortly.
Yeah.
3:01.
Yeah, we were saying that the other night, last night, me and Barb.
Yeah, it's 6:30, it's dark already.
let's see, these are 7 3/4 at the most I could get out of that. 7 3/4.
You ain't got a nose that long.
They're 1 1/4 inch tall. So for every inch of tank, I got 1 1/4 ounces of fuel. Correct?
I guess.
The 1x2 tank is an ounce an inch.
Yeah.
So 1 1/4 tank would be 1 1/4 ounces an inch.
I gotta ask Brett Buck on that. I'm sure there's some kind of.
They're probably, basically,
Yeah.
that's what you go by. So, got 7 plus 2, 3, 4, 8.
Nine ounces.
Almost 8, 9, let's see, 6 or 7.
7 times 25 is what?
7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 7 and 7/8 ounces. I don't know, 8 and almost 9 ounce tank. If I made the tank this full size. So if I just go 7 inches, and I have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 8.
8
1, 2,
3/4.
3, 8 3/4 ounces.
So you need to make it shorter, which is
Well, I can cut it down.
6.5 or 6 inches is
I
what?
just want to make this as big as I can. And if I make this, say, a 5 inch, let's see, that'd be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 1/4 ounces. A 5 inch long tank would be 6 1/4 ounces. So a 6 inch long tank would be 7.5 ounces. How much fuel does it take for a PA 75?
How much nitro you gonna run?
How long was the cast tank?
It's in cc's. It's not in ounces, but
It doesn't matter. How long is it?
I don't remember.
Because this is the same thickness as the cast tank. I mean, his has just a radius on the end, and this has a wedge.
His is just under 8 ounces. Whatever the length is, I don't know what the length is.
So 7. We'll make this 6, 7, 7 3/4. Well, I actually want to make this about as long as I can make it. So let's make that template just a little shy. Okay, well, I guess it could be on the way. Seven 3/4 wide.
Half inch off of that. this is a quarter. Plastic only get a quarter though. Over a quarter.
Where I want this to end, start at.
Whoever gets this little airplane, I hope you sure appreciate what the hell I'm going through. Okay.
Much time in that little thing as you will a big one.
Yeah, about as much as a stabilizer. Okay. How that temper flip? They look like they work right.
Plus enough for government work.
Six and 13. Is the chat box not working, guys? We've been on an hour and 15 minutes. It was 3 o'clock.
I'm short. It's short. By that 1.5. I need a piece of paper 1.5 inches longer than that. Where's that paper at that you had?
In the trash.
Oh, you wadded that whole thing up.
It was shit all over it. I folded up. Get rid of the crap. Oh, man. Are you making a pattern to cut your fiberglass with?
Yeah.
You already get the glass?
I've got some. Not necessarily what I want to end up with, but it'll be close enough for the beginning.
Oh yeah, we're having a great time, Don. It's every Saturday. Yep, I'm gonna get this done today, next week maybe. I'll make these patterns at home. At home, at my apartment.
Yeah. That's home.
Yeah, home for now. For $3,000 more. I paid off $27,000 since I've been here.
Pretty good. That's good to know. It helps to have your other house paid off.
Yep. Doesn't help that I have to pay taxes on it though. I don't like that part.
That's like I'm watching some kid getting his first paycheck. My grandson getting his first paycheck.
Where's the rest of it?
And 32 hours in, he figured out exactly how much money he was making an hour and how much his paycheck was going to be for it and all that. And he saw that paycheck after tax. Well, what's all this stuff about? Well, that's taxes, son. You know, that's everybody's got to pay taxes. You know.
You done with the wax?
Yeah.
It'll dry out. You can have this.
Cool. Thank you.
It's only about 7 years old.
Yeah, as long as it's not dried out, that'll still work. I was going to use that beeswax that I got there. I've used that before. It works too. Might not be as high tech, but I'm sure there was many molds in the past made with beeswax rubbed on them. It was furniture polish. beeswax furniture polish. Alright. There's one layer. There's 2 layers. And then just a little bit so the seam don't end on an edge. And if you use 2 layers of cloth, that gives you 4 layers thickness on the wall thickness. If you cut one piece that big, or 2 pieces that big, one piece, he did that. He cut the one piece a little bit shorter. So that'll work out fine. So you just take a piece of 2-ounce cloth and a piece of 1/2-ounce cloth, slather them, just cut them this size, slather them all up, roll them around that mandel, wrap it with tape.
I bought heat shrink tubing from Radical.
I saw that.
It shrinks 50% is what he said.
50%. I don't know about sliding this into that. If we had a sock on here and you could pull that sock out here and tie it off, then you could slide it in there.
So use your sock.
It's not the right kind of stuff.
What's the difference?
Not tight enough weave, I don't think.
That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, it does, because you don't want it.
The
You don't
resin will
want it-
fill the
You
weave.
don't want it resin rich.
So put 1 layer of 1/2-ounce cloth underneath it and 1 layer of that sock on it. Pull it tight.
I think there's more to it than that. I mean, the reason I got this 2-ounce cloth, I really wanted 3 to get a little thickness build up so it's not so flimsy as in cast tanks. They're pretty flimsy.
Well, you're just gonna have to do it, I guess, because
Yeah, I'm on the test.
2 layers ain't gonna be enough.
I'm on the test. It's 4 layers actually. It's 2 layers of 2 different weights cloth. So it's 4 layers.
You're gonna bag all the resin out of it? How are you gonna get all the resin out of it?
I'm gonna take some an old tape and start at one end and wrap it. An old VHS tape. And wrap it all the way down to the end, and that should, if I stretch it and I wrap it, it should force all that stuff down.
Sounds good.
I've seen it done before. I mean, it's not unusual to do that. The problem lies in getting tape off of it.
Torch.
It should come off okay because it's made out of like a mylar type stuff and it doesn't stick to anything.
What you ought to do is get some peel ply and some breather cloth. Call APC, get a roll of breather cloth that's, I don't know, 8 inches wide or whatever, get a roll of it, and get a roll of peel ply, and do your fiberglass and wrap it with breather cloth, then wrap the peel ply over the top of that, and that'll suck all the resin out of it. It'll just take 2 people unless you put it in a vise or something. You gotta hold it to wrap it. It's gonna be a messy endeavor.
Well, if you watch the Wendy's tapes, and I have been sort of watching Wendy's tapes, I'm copying him a little bit, a lot. He just took this fiberglass and put it out on some aluminum foil like this, slathered it all up, set his mold on there, and then just rolled it right up in that. Now, the thing is that he had a female mold that this went into
Yeah,
that crushed it.
yep.
I don't have that option.
Why not make one?
You know how hard these were to make?
You know how hard the prop was to make?
Yeah, I know. If I can make me an aluminum one, I can make one. I know I can make one.
But you'd have to put the glass on it first. Now, hear me out. Make the tank, but don't take the tank off of that. Then put that on that piece of plastic, dam around it, pour in that aluminum mold making stuff, then knock it off, turn it over, and make the other half,
thing, like a prop.
and then take it out, then take the tank off.
Right.
But then you gotta figure out a way to hold that tank parallel. Well, no, you wouldn't.
No, you don't, because your fiberglass, when you wrap a new one, centers it.
Right.
And Wendy's female mold was actually 3 pieces. The top and the bottom, and it had this wedge that come in here in the center line. And you could push in or pull out or whatever. Now, I don't know what he was using that for.
You just make me a tank like that, and I'll make a mold out of that. I'll spend another $200 and make a mold out of that crap there, and we'll have 3-piece mold. A mold and a male or 2 female. And then we make it on that.
Well, I could still use this.
Yeah, you can, but next time I go to St. Louis, or you got a vacuum pump here, right?
Yeah, I haven't used it though in a long, long time, so I don't know
It'll pull a vacuum.
if it'll work. And these things, you really don't need them pins in there. Because if you take 4 layers of cloth and lay like that, and then take this and go like that,
It'll center itself.
it'll center itself. Yeah.
You just did it because you wanted to be slick.
Well, I sort of did that to figure out the center on these. I took actually pieces of tape and ran like 2 layers, 2 layers, 2 layers, 2 layers, and I didn't let it overlap here in the center. And then I started fitting that.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up with about 3 layers of tape and it's centered. And then I drilled these holes. So I centered it this way and I centered it this way with the tape. And then I drilled these keyholes.
Now, back in the day, they used to make that with files.
Yeah, yeah, a real good machinist with a CNC machine could lay them holes out and everything all in one.
That would have been 10 minutes of work.
Yeah.
Put the metal in and spit it out.
I'm a backyard mechanic, you know. I'm still using a tree to pull engines in a chain hoist, you know.
Swing set.
Or swing set, yeah.
I guess I'll go home. I'll go upstairs and get my airplane together and we'll weigh it.
Sometime this week, though, I'll probably have some end caps done. I'm gonna test them with just some regular old epoxy and just make a couple end caps and see how these things work out. And then I gotta find an old tape. If I find an old tape, and I think I've got some up there, my little tractor or something from one of the kids when they were.
I got a bunch of them I can't watch because I don't have a player. Bob Hunt,
I've got a player.
Stunt Flyer Video Magazine.
I got a player. I got all Al Raby's tapes. Talk about going to sleep.
I got his DVDs. I got the 12 set or the third.
If you make it past a half an hour in one of them before you nod off, you're lucky. But then I could try this and see how that's going to work.
I fell asleep during Bob Hunt's straight form molding tape.
What Wendy did was he had that mold on the outside of this, and this stuck out past that mold, the female mold. And he took carbon tow and wrapped around this end of it while everything was still wet.
Yeah.
And what that allowed him to do is when it come time to get this piece out of this body, he could just hit this like this, and that little wrap around there hit against that female mold. And so he could drive that right out the bottom of the thing.
We could do all that, no problem. We got their stuff, and if we ain't got it, I'll get it. We know how to do it now.
Yeah, I priced that tow. That tow is cheaper than fiberglass tow.
Yeah, it was on the site. $50 for 250 yards.
Yeah, it was like 100 and something, I think, for fiberglass. I couldn't remember exactly the price of that, whether it was $49, $39,
$49.95, $50 for 250 yards, which is not a whole lot. There's more than 250 yards on that.
What's it saying on
I don't know. About a quarter mile.
it?
What's it say?
1,250 M.
1,250 meters, which is a quarter of a mile.
G30-500, 12K.
How many meters in a quarter mile?
0.25 miles is 402.34 meters.
400, and that's how many?
This is 1 kilograms. They go by weight on these things. They don't go by feet. I thought. It's 1 kilogram.
1 kilo is 2.2 pounds.
So I think that's about the same size as them ones they showed on that website.
And what, that's 12K?
Yeah.
The other's 25K, so
Yeah, 24, 25 or something like that.
I'll get another spool of that stuff. That's only good for about 4 props.
What's that? Is that the same stuff that's on that skein that you got?
No, that's hobby shop stuff.
Well, we'll have a fiberglass tank. It might not be carbon fiber, but carbon fiber is not necessarily the latest and greatest. I saw a video on bicycle frames, racing bicycle frames, and they had an aluminum frame there and they had a carbon fiber frame. The aluminum frame was a large and the carbon fiber was a medium. Carbon fiber frame weighed 7.5 pounds. The aluminum frame weighed 5.5 or 6 pounds, a pound and a half lighter than the carbon fiber frame was.
Yeah, everybody wants carbon fiber because it's the latest, greatest shit.
It's the end thing.
The only reason why we're doing carbon fiber props is because that's what works. I mean, if I could pour that out of plastic, I make it out of
But
plastic.
you can make it out of fiberglass just as easy.
Yeah.
I've seen speed props made out of fiberglass.
Yeah, fiberglass what, toe?
Probably, yeah, and cloth. But there may be some other principle in there. The tensile strength, the carbon is more than fiberglass. Carbon weighs a little bit less than fiberglass.
I don't think so.
It's close. It's really close. And even the tensile strength is pretty close.
I don't think it weighs a little less. I think it's probably the same. Well, let's go upstairs and put my airplane together. I'll get the hell out of here. I'll cut these templates out at home.
Okay, what else we need to do? We need the scale
Yeah, need
and
the
the phone.
scale and the foam. Get the camera. Vomit cam. Vomit alert. We'll go up and look at my sticks are watching is all.
Guys, we're not going to do much more. It's sort of a burnt day.
Yeah, we're done. We'll go up there and put my airplane together and see how much it weighs. And then I'm going to pack up and get out of here.
We got sort of what we wanted to accomplish.
Yeah. First and foremost was painting my airplane. The secondary was the half A.
I might come down here, Jeff, tonight and do some end caps.
Can you bring this stuff? Prop in the phenolic. Oh, the microphone fell off. Shoot. It's starting to get dark outside, so I don't want to get home at dark.
Actually, I think fiberglass tank would be better than carbon anyway. Because you should just be able to see, just about be able to see in it.
What happened?
Switch.
Who did? Oh. Okay.
Better wash our hands. I was in that wax and stuff. I don't want to get that.
Put the landing gear on it first before we take it off.
Yeah, I did everything on there.
Go home and get to fixing the boogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a few of them.
It'll take a week to get them fixed.
They keep getting less and less, though. Or I should say fewer and fewer.
Okay. I gotta work on these landing gear. No, that's right. We had a real slow afternoon. Nobody's talking.
Yeah, well, we got a couple comments here. Tier, you're having a good time today. Yeah, paint job looks great. Did you do anything on your prop today? Hi guys, looking good.
Yeah, the prop was demolded at the beginning of this video.
Demolded, but didn't go any further outside. Clean the molds out a little bit and get the mold release out of them. Wash it out. Sand a few little sharp edges off of them. Will not start a prop unless it's bright and early in the morning. And the first prop or two is might not be very good. Till we figure out just exactly how much toe and we've got a pretty good idea. I think Dan's got a pretty good idea.
That could take twice as much as a two blade.
How much it takes. We've got some, there's some modifications to the mold that has to be done. The ends of the mold where the prop tips come out have to be cut out because you let the toe run past the tips of the blades. So, and that's where all your excess resin ends up getting gooshed out, is out at the tips of the blades. So that has to be done. The two blade prop still has to have the other half of it molded, poured. The four blade prop looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like it might produce a pretty nice prop out of it. So, I mean, smooth, nice and smooth, no voids really, no pinholes. We'll see.
It'll be fine.
And tank molds are pretty much, I cut the little reliefs in the end cap mold so I can stick a screwdriver down in there and pry the two pieces apart. I don't know if I'm going to use guide pins on those still or not. I might. I don't think I really need to use them. We'll see about that. Got to make sure we got enough clamps and everything together to be able to clamp all this stuff up. Might have to make a run to Harbor Freight. Dan said he didn't have to season that. Don't have to bake it then.
Nope. We can bake it later. Post cure anytime.
Sort of wondering if it wouldn't be better though to go ahead and do this since you're going to be clamping it, but I guess that stuff's pretty hard.
Yeah, like a rock.
I got plenty of stuff to do, but if I have any extra time, I'll grind and mold flat. side. All right,
Yeah.
so I'll lay flat on the table.
Just gonna sand them.
Take a belt sander to them. Stuff's almost too hard to sand with a sanding block. Let's fix up that high. No, it's not pushed down in there. I was gonna say, man, what's happening with this picture? While we're cutting foam, I'm gonna cut some templates out to mold my front nose of my fuselage. Cause I'm gonna, when I lay that fuselage up for that next SV, I'm gonna curve the double layers of it up.
This needs some work still too.
God. All them little doodads. All them little doodads cost you time. Time, I say. Amazing what one coat of paint does, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first real coat of paint. That is something.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what it weighs.
And we're about to find out here in a little bit. You done with this one, Pop?
Yeah. I'm hoping it's like 62.
That'd be nice.
If it's 62, there's still hope. Of course, with the new product and some other modifications, there's still maybe hope anyway. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, there's the cowl screws and the other screw.
Fuel lines in the way.
Come on. What happened there? There we go.
Gonna come back some more. There we go.
I got it. Now that it's this color, I may go ahead and start getting a canopy on it.
Well, you know it's not gonna change.
Right. Okay. I don't have any tape. I didn't get this bolt in. Okay. See what it weighs.
Okay.
Turn the scale. $32 and 14.5 is what? It's 56 or 60. 66.5. Is that right?
46.5.
That ain't right.
You said 32 and
No, 3, yeah, 16, let me do this. 1772.
62.54.
62.5, still could make it. It'd be a miracle, but still could make it. Could gas off a little.
Cost you an ounce. A 61.5 before paint.
Yeah.
62.5 now.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's all one color anyway.
$66 ounces.
Yeah. That's a shame.
It's a lot of airplane.
Yeah, but I figure I could make it under that 64, but I guess
Well,
not.
you might have been able to, had you been able to use the original wing
No.
and built this one airplane sooner.
Yeah, like 2 airplanes sooner.
Mm-hmm. That the first wing that you built for this cost you, I don't know, a couple ounces maybe.
What? Why?
Because you use better wood.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was in the realm of reality, though.
Yeah, I always do the same thing. I sit there and weigh the damn things up and weigh them and weigh them and weigh them, and still at the end, all of a sudden they're more than what I anticipated. Now, I don't know why. Outside of the simple fact that you haven't even accounted for any mystery ounces.
Let's weigh this again. We're gonna lose some weight on this. Feel how heavy that is.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what it weighs.
Huh?
It weighs 1.1.
Yeah.
There's an ounce. Save half an ounce there. Get the right size. This weighs
2 ounces.
basically 2 ounces. That's 3 ounces right there.
Yeah, we're gonna change that out. We're gonna fix that.
Man, that's a behemoth of a prop.
Let's see the balances now. It'll be fine. Damn, I tore it. Here, tear it again. $17.64.
$62.26.
Take this off. $17.33.
$61.17.
There we go. We're getting there, and then make the tank a little lighter.
Dude, if that prop weighs that and the spinner nut weighs a half an ounce, you're basically 61.5 ounces.
Yeah, because I'm not going to use that spinner nut. It's just on there. I mean, it's a honking monster. Would you say it weighed an ounce?
1.1.
And we'll turn that down to half and put some flats on it. The prop is probably gonna be, how much was this prop?
I never weighed just that wood prop. This prop was like 1.9 something.
Yeah, it's 2 ounces.
ounces. And 1.1 for that, I figured 3 ounces with the differences.
That's a huge deal. And then the tank, I could lighten it up by an ounce. But then I gotta worry about is it gonna balance?
Yeah, you have to start worrying about that because all this shit that's going on after the CG. It still knows heavy with the heavy shit on it.
It still knows heavy with this on it.
Still drops pretty readily. Did you lengthen the nose of that over?
Nope. It's 9 3/4. It's short. Still could make it.
9 3/4, really not too awful short. I've seen a lot of 10-inch noses on airplanes.
Where's the ruler? Maybe it's 8 3/4. It's short. Yeah, it's 8 3/4.
I was gonna say 10 inches is about normal.
I'll get that prop finished and use that prop and a lighter nut and maybe get a tank in there that's lighter. That tank is 2 ounces.
Yeah, well, if you go with a non-clunk tank.
Well, Cass tank's a clunk and it's only 1 ounce and something.
Yeah, he's got a really light clunk in there. I don't know what he's using, but I got that tank as filled as a wedge. You can put a clunk in it. I don't know how much good that'll really be doing, but it was too hard for me to cut a radius. You know what I mean? I don't have the machinery to do that.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll start loading up.
If I just centered that chunk of aluminum up on the lathe,
Vibrate the lathe off the ground. It'd be 2 rounds.
it would be 2 round. So I'd have to offset it. And that little lathe don't weigh nothing.
You won't be able to see that metal flake in there until it clears on it. Well, guys, join me at home in about, I don't know, about an hour or so. And I'll be fixing the buggers.
Yeah, ain't nothing to do but to do it.
Yeah.
Personally, this is me, I'd be wet sanding it.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.